The feud between Ja Rule and G-Unit is one of the longest and most intricate battles in hip-hop history. While most people think it was just a beef between Ja Rule and 50 Cent, the truth is, it went much deeper than that. This was a feud that pulled an entire crews, G-Unit and Murder Inc., and stretched over years, with countless diss tracks, public insults, legal drama, and violent confrontations. It was a battle for dominance in the rap game, and its ripple effects are still felt in hip-hop today. To find additional stories like this and more deep dives into iconic celebrity moments, make sure you hit that subscribe button to Timelines Unlocked. You don't want to miss out on the stories that shaped entertainment history. Stay tuned and be part of the conversation. It all started in the late 1990s when Ja Rule was one of the biggest names in hip-hop. Signed to Murder Inc. and known for his raspy voice and catchy hooks, Ja Rule dominated the charts with hits like Always on Time, Livin' It Up, and I'm Real, featuring Jennifer Lopez. He had the radio on lock, and his blend of street credibility and commercial appeal made him a force to be reckoned with. But as Ja Rule's star continued to rise, trouble was brewing in the background. Enter Curtis, 50 Cent, Jackson, an up-and-coming rapper from Queens who was hungry for fame. The initial spark of the beef is still a bit murky, with multiple stories about how it all began. Some say it started when 50 Cent was snubbed by Ja Rule at a video shoot, while others claim it was rooted in street drama involving a robbery of Ja Rule's jewelry by one of 50's associates. Either way, the tension between the two escalated quickly. In 1999, 50 Cent released a song called Life's on the Line, where he took his first shots at Ja Rule and Murder Inc. At the time, 50 Cent was still relatively unknown, but the seeds of the feud had been planted. Fast forward to 2002, and 50 Cent was no longer an underdog. After being discovered by Eminem and signed to Dr. Dre's Aftermath Entertainment, 50 released his debut album Get Rich or Die Tryin', which became an instant classic. The album featured the song, Wanksta, which many believed to be a direct shot at Ja Rule. 50 Cent wasn't just attacking Ja Rule's music, he was going after his entire persona, calling him a wanksta, or someone pretending to be something they're not. The beef was officially out in the open, and it was about to get a lot uglier. Ja Rule and Murder Inc. quickly responded with their own disses. Ja released the song, Clap Back, where he directly addressed 50 Cent and vowed to put an end to the attacks. But it wasn't just Ja Rule versus 50 anymore. The feud had expanded to include G-Unit, 50's rap group, consisting of Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo, and later, Young Buck. G-Unit wasn't just a crew, they were a movement, and they had their sights set on dismantling Ja Rule's empire. G-Unit's members weren't shy about jumping into the fray. Lloyd Banks, known for his clever wordplay, took shots at Ja Rule on various mixtapes, while Tony Yayo added fuel to the fire with his own disses. At the same time, Murder Inc. was also facing legal troubles. The label's CEO, Irv Gotti, was under investigation for alleged connections to drug kingpin Kenneth Supreme McGriff. These legal issues only added to the tension, with G-Unit using Murder Inc.'s problems as ammunition in the ongoing battle. As the feud continued to escalate, the diss tracks became more frequent and more vicious. 50 Cent dropped Back Down, one of the most scathing diss tracks in hip-hop history, where he mercilessly mocked Ja Rule's career and credibility. The song was a turning point. 50 Cent wasn't just trying to win a lyrical battle, he was trying to destroy Ja Rule's reputation. And for a while, it seemed like he was succeeding. Ja Rule's commercial success began to wane, and Murder Inc. found itself on the defensive, both musically and legally. But Ja Rule wasn't ready to back down. In 2003, he released Blood in My Eye, an album filled with aggressive tracks aimed at G-Unit. Ja made it clear that he wasn't going to let 50 Cent or G-Unit push him out of the game. The album, however, didn't receive the same level of commercial success as his previous work, and many saw it as a sign that Ja Rule's reign was coming to an end. At this point, the feud wasn't just about music, it had become personal. There were reports of physical altercations between the two crews, including a famous incident at a nightclub where members of Murder Inc. allegedly attacked 50 Cent. The streets were involved, and the beef was now as much about real-life drama as it was about diss tracks. Meanwhile, 50 Cent and G-Unit continued to rise. G-Unit's debut album, Beg for Mercy, was a massive success, further cementing their dominance in the rap world. 50 Cent's follow-up album, The Massacre, included more shots at Ja Rule, including the song, Piggy Bank, where 50 taunted Ya about his declining status. The public perception was that G-Unit had won the battle, but Ja Rule refused to go down without a fight. Over the years, the feud slowly began to lose steam, as both parties moved on to new projects. Ja Rule eventually took a hiatus from music, focusing on acting and other ventures, while 50 Cent continued to build his empire with business deals, TV shows, and movies. In recent years, there have been moments where both Ja Rule and 50 Cent acknowledge the feud, but the bad blood remains. Even in interviews, the two rarely miss an opportunity to take shots at each other, keeping the rivalry alive in the eyes of their fans. But beyond the personal insults and public clashes, the Ja Rule vs. G-Unit feud represents something larger. It was a battle for dominance in hip-hop during a time when the genre was evolving. Ja Rule represented the old guard, the successful, radio-friendly rapper with mainstream hits. G-Unit, on the other hand, represented the new wave, gritty, street-oriented, and unafraid to challenge the status quo. Their rivalry shaped the sound and culture of early 2000s hip-hop and left an indelible mark on the genre. Now we want to hear from you. Who do you think won this legendary feud? Was it G-Unit, with their relentless attacks and commercial success? Or do you think Ja Rule held his own despite the odds stacked against him? Drop a comment below with your thoughts, and don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. And of course, subscribe to Timelines Unlocked for more deep dives into the most iconic feuds, rivalries, and stories in entertainment history. Your support helps us bring you more content every week, and we'd love to have you along for the ride.